Charles Manson confesses to pre-1969 killings in unearthed prison phone call, making Manson. Video script. Intro. Hey, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into some shocking revelations about one of history's most notorious cult leaders, Charles Manson. A newly unearthed prison phone call has surfaced where Manson himself confesses to committing murders before the infamous 1969 killings that made him a household name. This comes as part of a new documentary series, Making Manson, and it's sparking a lot of questions about Manson's past. Let's get into it. The confession, in an audio clip from the upcoming 3-part docuseries, Making Manson. Manson reveals details of a dark chapter in his life, one that had never been fully uncovered before. In the phone call, Manson says, "I lived in Mexico for a while. I went to Acapulco, stole some cars. I just got involved in stuff over my head. Man, got involved in a couple of killings. I left my .357 Magnum in Mexico City, and I left some dead people on the beach." Wait, what? Manson admits to committing murders in Mexico during the 1960s, long before he assembled his family and orchestrated the brutal murders of Sharon Tate and others in 1969. This is a huge bombshell. Why is this a big deal? For decades, Manson maintained that he wasn't personally responsible for any murders. Even after his conviction, he denied ordering the killings, with some of his followers claiming the murders were copycat crimes done in his name but not directly orchestrated by him. So, to hear him now, in his own words, admitting to killing people before the infamous Tate LaBianca murders adds a whole new layer to his violent history. The clip comes from a series of never-before-released prison phone calls collected over a 20-year period. These conversations were with one of Manson's friends, and the new docuseries Making Manson, directed by Billie Mintz, is the first time the public is hearing these chilling confessions. The Making Manson docuseries, the series, which debuts on Peacock this Tuesday, takes a deep dive into Manson's life, exploring his time before he even got to California and formed his commune of followers. The filmmakers don't just rely on Manson's own words. Interviews with former followers, friends, and journalists paint a fuller picture of the man behind the myth. What's especially eerie is that, in this docuseries, Manson talks about his early years, his prison time, and how he manipulated people even before he became infamous. He discusses his hippie commune days and gives his perspective on the violent events that would eventually cement his place in history. Manson's past crimes, before he became known for orchestrating the brutal murders of actress Sharon Tate and others. Manson had a long history of criminal activity. He was arrested for rape, theft, and parole violations, but up until now, the specifics of his violent past were mostly unknown. His confessions in these prison calls, especially regarding the killings in Mexico, paint a darker picture of his life before the Manson family murders. The Mexico killings. So, what exactly happened in Mexico? Manson doesn't go into too many details in the clip, but he mentions stealing cars and getting caught up in a series of violent events. According to him, he left behind a .357 Magnum and dead bodies on a beach in Acapulco. This adds an entirely new dimension to his criminal history and suggests Manson may have been involved in more violence than anyone knew. The revelation of these killings in Mexico could shift the narrative of Manson's life. It's possible that his criminal behavior was even more extensive than we thought, extending well beyond the notorious 1969 murders. What is clear is that Manson's violence wasn't just confined to the infamous murders in Los Angeles. It seems he was a ticking time bomb of violence long before the Manson family's reign of terror. Conclusion. What do you think of Manson's confession? Could this reveal even more about his role in other crimes? And what does it say about how we understand the cult leader's psychology and influence over his followers? The docuseries is sure to open up even more questions. And this is just the beginning. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates on this shocking documentary series and the twisted story of Charles Manson. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.